Do you think everybody is influenced by advertising campaigns?
I think it is impossible to not be influenced by advertising these days because it's everywhere. It's on the buses, it's on the taxis, it's just on buildings.
Yeah.
So just by going outside, you're seeing these advertisements and you're being influenced. So for example, we all know certain brands just because they're everywhere around us. It doesn't mean that we're going to buy from them, but you know them and you can recognize them, which is kind of the point of advertisements. So.
It is, yes. I mean, it's exposure over and over again, and gradually that sinks in. We really don't really watch TV, and we have a TV, we just don't watch it very much. So I thought, well, actually, that's some advertising out of the way of my children. But inevitably, the radio's on, you hear jingles, and that sound gets into your brain, and they recognise things. And like you say, they see films on buses, and they know that's the film I want to go see because it's everywhere.
I mean, sometimes I find that you go to a supermarket and you buy a product and you think, I haven't bought that before. Why am I suddenly buying this product? And it's because you've either seen it somewhere, someone's talked about it, it's been in a magazine, and it's just in your head. And that's super subtle advertising. I mean, I never thought I was being influenced, but I think I am. I'm normally quite specific about what I buy, but suddenly buying, I don't know, a different brand of blueberries or something for no reason. It's like, well, why did I do that? So you're definitely being influenced.
It is. It's that recognition, isn't it? And subliminally, I think if we recognise something, particularly if you're in a rush, you think, oh yeah, I know that one, and you might buy that one.
Yeah.
I actually try to, because I have young children, I try to actually teach them a little bit so that they become more aware of what the advertisers are trying to do. Which is hard, actually, But you see pictures in magazines, and they're starting to be, the 11-year-old is starting to become a little bit more cynical about what he sees. So he'll look at things and say, Mummy, that's not a very good way. They're just trying to get me to spend my money, and I don't like the way they're doing that.
And I know,
well done.
Apparently in Sweden, they're not allowed to advertise to children under 11 at Christmas. So they're not allowed to target children after a certain time of day, which is a great idea, because remember in the UK, they just target you all the time with the latest toy and so forth. So that sort of advertising is blatant.
Yeah. Especially for children. I mean, I have younger siblings, and it's kind of like, oh, all of my friends have this toy, so I must have it as well. And actually, I think if we were to remove that in England, that would be very good, and just kind of to teach them that self-worth comes from something else rather than material possessions.
That's right. It's part of this whole consumerist society that we live in, really.
Yeah. So I think definitely the answer to the question is yes, we are all influenced in different ways by advertising, I suppose. Yeah? What do you think?
I agree, whether we want to be or not.
Yeah, sure.
Sadly.